Welcome down, everyone, to another episode of Those Nerds You Know. My name is Ethan.
I'm Eddie.
And we are Those Nerds You Know.
Hello.
Hello again. Welcome down to a big dinosaur episode.
A dinosaur of an episode.
Super big and stuff. As you've seen,
some dinosaurs were small.
So yeah, that's true. Arguably,
a Tyrannosaurus Rex size, which also weren't very big, but
Yeah. True.
Jurassic Park.
Indeed. So yeah, we're talking about Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom, which, by the way, it took me a while to remember that it even had a subtitle. So I've just been calling it Jurassic World 2 for so long.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
Right.
There's just no number, because they're too good for numbers.
Apparently.
We're not putting a 2 at the end of our name. And has the kingdom fallen, that's for sure.
Yeah. How'd you feel about it, Eddie?
Okay, so the movie is basically split into two, stories.
Yeah.
There's the island, and then there's the, I don't know.
The mansion.
Yeah, I guess it's a mansion. And the first half was really good, and I would have loved if the entirety had been that,
Yeah.
And that would
I'd
be
agree.
more of a Jurassic Park sort of feel.
Yeah.
It was very reminiscent of the other movies, but the second half was pretty at best.
Yeah, I'd agree. I found this one, on the whole, pretty gosh darn boring.
Yeah.
And I'll say up top, my least favorite of the 5.
Wow. That low, huh?
Yeah, easily. I don't know. Have you seen all
I
5?
haven't seen the third Jurassic Park. I believe I saw the second one a long time ago. Who knows? I may have seen all of them, but it's been so long.
The third one easily beats this. So okay, Ethan's official stacking of these films from best to worst
1
would
through
be
5.
Jurassic Park,
Of course, yeah.
Jurassic World, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic Park 2, and then this film.
Wow.
That coming from someone who does like the original 3. I like 2 and I like 3 a lot.
I just don't remember them.
This movie is Jurassic Park 2, just not as good.
Uh-huh.
It's just really boring and lame.
Yeah.
Anyway, this film, we start off and we get the what I thought was a pretty cool and fun sequence of these guys we don't know getting into the park. What is it, like 3 years after?
Yeah, 3 or 5.
Somewhere around there.
It might have been.
And they're
3.
in a little submarine, and they open the big tank for the big dinosaur that swims. Which, by the way, why would you not have multiple doors to that? There's just one. There's just one big gate.
Maybe
Why not
that was
have a fail-safe, like a
main
set of
entry.
gates, like a system of gates to fail-safe that? Why just one big one? Even basic zoos.
Well,
have
there's a main entry and there are sub entries as well, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, just for the water tank, just so that gigantic carnivorous dinosaur doesn't just walk out one day if the power goes out. You know what I mean?
Well,
Anyways, so they get in there. They're like, everything's dead. And of course it's not, because it's Jurassic World.
everything that's been in here would be long dead by now.
Yes.
Famous last words.
Gosh, yeah, stupid. So they get eaten by the whatever that big thing is in the water.
Who knows?
The big crocodile. And there's a really cool scene, I think, with the T-Rex and the people that are up on, opening the gates. They're up on land by the helicopter. And stupid and terrifying. But I'm just I didn't feel any sympathy for any of the people.
Oh
in
yeah, no, that's
this.
completely dumb.
I was like,
But the
you all
humans are
gonna
always
die.
dumb in these movies,
Yes.
except for the main character.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, even I feel like Star-Lord was pretty dumb in this film.
Yeah, no, he
compared to
definitely was pretty ridiculous.
previously. Anyways, that was a cool sequence, I think. And I think, oh, he got away, and then he got super eaten. And it's great.
There's levels of consumption for humans.
Yes.
Super eaten by the giant crocodile who zooms out of the water.
Yes, definitely.
For their
that was
midnight
cool.
snack, which was very dark, by the way. Why didn't they do this in the day? During the day.
Precisely. So many things could have been done. Ugh. Like, why not scan the water first and see?
You know, there's tracking systems for these
crocodile.
things.
Yes,
like
something's
you
alive.
Know, this old-timey kind of thing called radar.
Yes. God. Definitely.
It's not
so
like
they
don't
get
have the technology for it.
yeah, a lot of them get eaten, and they somehow miraculously get away with the bone that they went there to get. They went there to get like a piece of bone from Big Daddy Bad in the first movie, Indominus Rex.
Indominus Rex. The DNA from the bone marrow or something, perhaps.
Indeed, which you can only assume will be used to make more, so that we can, have more crazy dinosaurs to continue this plot thread from the first one. And then Star-Lord and Homegirl aren't together anymore. Because you got to put more tension back into the story, I guess.
Sure.
You can't just have a couple that are, happily enjoying being together. So weird.
True.
Anyways, so he's out building his house, and she's like, "Hey, will you come help me save dinosaurs?" And he's like, "Nah." And she's like, "Okay, well, you're still gonna come, right?" And he's like, "Okay."
That's an accurate. Well, he didn't tell her okay, but he just popped in after.
He just.
Like, what about Blue? You spent like
that's right.
half a year training her. No, that's not true. But...
and he's like, "Yeah, she's a big lizard. She'll be all right."
Yeah. By the way, the volcano is about to erupt on this Jurassic World area park.
For any of you that don't know, haven't seen it, whatever, the volcano's about to explode, and they're like, we gotta save all of these dinosaurs so they don't die, because they're animals and they deserve the right to be alive and stuff. Even though they were dead before. But whatever. Yeah. The government won't help, so there's a big private company that's like, hey, we'll fund it. We just need you guys down there to help us get some of the more intricate and interesting beasts like this here raptor.
Of course,
like,
well, you're jumping very far ahead, Mr. Ethan.
Okay, sure.
Mr. Goldblum is discussing with the courtroom people that they should let the dinosaurs die because we shouldn't have played God anyway. Blah 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 blah. And then
positively.
Yeah.
Which he does get his way. Like, the government doesn't help.
Yeah, it's true. And we cut to Mr. Star-Lord's girlfriend, who is like the head of this dinosaur activist group at the moment.
Yes. Yes.
They're like, hey,
they're trying to get funding and
government
go out and save them. Yes.
Help us. And then Mr. Goldblum is like, no, don't do that. And then they're like, no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, the government's like, he raises a good point. And they're like, okay.
and then Star-Lord's girlfriend is like, well, dang. And then the private company calls. And they're like, hey, save the dinosaurs, though.
Yes. It's precisely what they're just like, hey. And this is Lockwood, who was a partner of Hammond, the guy who originally created Jurassic Park. And they had a falling out
Hammond.
And whatever.
To go on a tangent, the new Overwatch hero was announced today, or yesterday rather, and his name is Hammond, but he's a hamster. He's a genetically modified hamster who fights in a hamster ball that's been mechanized.
He fights in a hamster ball.
Well, technically, it was like his escape pod to get off the lunar colony where Winston the gorilla was in.
Okay, gotcha.
But he weaponized it because he landed in Junkertown, which is like Junkrat and Roadhog's area.
Okay.
and he talks through his robot and he squeaks. It's so great. And his name is Hammond, but his alias is Wrecking Ball because he can grapple onto things and like swing through enemies with like momentum and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Fun
like
stuff.
to be honest.
What's his you know what I mean. Is he a healer?
Oh no, he's a tank. He's a tank.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
he
what I
gains
meant.
like a lot of shield.
What do you call that?
Huh?
What do you call their designation?
Class role.
There it is. Thank you.
Okay.
Gosh, Jesus.
Yeah, he's a tank class person. But anyway, back to Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Because Hammond
Wait,
just
hold on.
that.
I want to talk about this hamster.
Okay. That's fine. What's up?
When is he? Did they announce him today?
It was yesterday.
Or this week? Yesterday.
Yesterday morning they announced.
When does he come out?
He's on the beta right now. Like he's on the public beta environment, so you can like try him out and stuff and report bugs. But
have you fooled around with it yet?
I haven't yet, but I've watched people play him, and he looks so fun. Like just the fact that you can grapple onto anything and swing from it, and like
that sounds pretty dope.
It charges his damage, and you can slam down onto the ground if you launch into the air and stuff.
Does he have projectiles, or is it mostly just that mechanic?
Yeah, he has like whenever he's not in ball form, which rolls whatever, he has like turret guns on his hamster ball.
Sweet. What's his ult like?
His ult produces like little a little minefield. So like he's a very control area tank. Like he controls the area around him and stuff.
Gotcha.
To keep from people from entering into
that sounds pretty great.
Unnecessary areas. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about it. He's pretty cute. He looks like an old man. Like they're saying like, oh, he's 14, but that in hamster years, it's like that he's super old.
Yeah, I imagine.
Like he looks like a little old man. But
running around like Master Splinter.
He's a child. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. Definitely, because none of his voice lines or anything are out yet. He just does the like the hello, come to me, need healing. The necessary voice lines are in it, and he squeaks and the robot translates for him because he developed the AI for it and stuff.
That's great.
It's so good. I'll send you some pictures afterward.
What a triumph.
He's so good. Like, he looks so fun to play too. I might have to actually install the PTR to play him a little bit.
Go for it. Cool. So dinosaurs.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. Hammond and Lockwood. So Lockwood shows up and he's like, "Hey, I was with him and we worked together and all that." Even though we haven't heard of him before, I don't think.
No, he's a completely new character.
Sweet. So he's got a big old mansion and a lot of money and dinosaur bones, as he would. And yes, he's essentially the one funding the operation. And then there's a guy that's managing his estate who knows Homegirl, which we introduced to him early on. Spoiler alert, he's the villain. He's the
very strange character too.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't want him to be the villain.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed like, he was super nice and like charismatic at the beginning, and then all of a sudden, whoop,
took a hard turn.
Evil guy,
murder and all
for
that
some reason.
Yeah,
like you can keep your traits, just remain quirky and happy. Just be villainous. It's fine.
Just be a bad guy. Yeah, it was weird.
It was such a weird. Like it was so weird. Like
yeah,
I don't know. It just felt like a fanfiction character or something.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Jurassic World has felt very fanfiction to me.
Yeah.
Like the first Jurassic World felt like a really well produced fanfic.
Yeah.
Which I was fine with.
Yeah. Yeah. But this one just feels like a subpar fanfiction.
Yeah, it's.
The volcano explodes, and then they sell the dinosaurs. But this guy, he was nice, but now he's evil.
Now he's bad, and there's a ninja dinosaur.
There's a ninja dinosaur.
who can open doors.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
it's never been done before in the history of Dota.
Yeah, so they get to this island where they're saving dinos, and it's revealed that these people that are there, these like very militant-esque people, who get we also get new characters, right? We get this paleo vet,
Yeah.
and we get a
Paleo
nerd.
veterinarian and a nerd, a computer savvy nerd who can do coding
Yeah.
things. Because all
I-
teams need that.
Didn't like either of them.
Yeah, I didn't. I kind of liked the paleo, or the the
She was
veterinarian
okay.
girl. She
I
was
feel
alright.
like both of them were, and Star-Lord in the same sense, are all like extreme caricatures of what they
yeah, absolutely.
are, and I'm just like, there's like no nuance to any of them, and I'm like, this is so dumb. Like, I can't believe any of these people exist.
Very strange.
Yeah. Anyways, it's revealed that they have only been brought to the island so that they can capture Blue, the raptor.
Yeah, the one that Mr. Star-Lord raised from a baby.
Correct, because she is the last raptor, and she's also a super special raptor, so they want to save her. So they can use her in their crazy experiments, right? Because they're linked to the guy that's running the estates for Lockwood. And yeah, they turn on the people. They
Which has
They
also
trank-
never been done before, ever.
Right, yeah. It's lame. Anyway, they trank Star-Lord, which is a funny sequence. After
Yeah,
when he
that
wakes
was
up.
pretty funny. When he wakes up and the lava's like coming at him.
Yes, which is like, as if, I mean, none of this is very realistic, but that is extremely caricatured, because I mean, like, you cannot be that close to lava and be okay.
Yeah, no, I would
Like,
definitely be
yeah,
scalding
like-
hot.
Yes, you can't.
Pretty sure
be
he touches
that
at one
close.
point. Too.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, did he just pull his hand out of lava? I think what it was, I think he pulled his hand at the same time that lava like hit something, and so it looks like he pulled his hand out of lava.
I think I saw his shoe touch it. Like there was nothing on the shoe
Oh,
after.
Gotcha.
Like I was
Yeah,
watching
no,
that
would've
entire
been-
sequence, and I'm like,
that would've been
he's
bad, too.
very close to that lava.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
I mean,
do we know how hot lava is? It's pretty
and
hot.
everyone's hot. Yeah, everyone's really close to lava in this film.
Yeah,
Everyone gets real close to it at some point.
Yeah,
and I'm
and-
like, that's.
I
not
feel
okay.
like at one point, the head girl, I don't even remember her name, and nerd
okay.
guy gets stuck in this bunker that they're trying to activate the
Yes.
security stuff with, and like I'm thinking to myself, because a dinosaur gets in and starts like stalking them and trying to eat them. It's like, even as a predator dinosaur, I'm pretty sure the flight over fight survival instinct would have like caused him to run away from the lava that was pouring down.
Absolutely.
At which point it actually touches him at one point, or it
Yes.
touches it at one point.
And I
it's
mean,
just-
like, a lot of. Ugh.
it's
a
just
lot
like
of the-
forced tension. Like it was
Yes.
really weird, and it wasn't at all exciting.
Absolutely. A lot of the. That's what they do with a lot of the carnivorous dinosaurs in these films, is like they make them unnecessarily villainous. Like they'll eat at any point in time and kill anything that moves. And
Yeah.
in reality, they got stuff to do. Like,
Yeah, like survive, and
They'll eat when they're hungry.
the
They
volcanoes
don't-
erupting.
Yeah, it's just like so weird. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they knew that it was erupting and that they would die if they didn't get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure a predator dinosaur wouldn't be like, what am I gonna eat today?
Yeah. Yeah. Strange.
Whatever.
But I agree that, like, I love any amounts of time when humans are on the islands. I find that to be the most tense and the most fun. So I don't like it in these movies when they make one human guy or corporation the bad guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I prefer it when we have this nice, awesome park that just goes to crap. Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. Those are great films. I just love that. I think that's where a lot of the tenseness comes from. That's really, really cool. Just watching these people who think they're safe and think they've got it all under control and everything's good and fine, and then
it all goes to crap.
One thing happens and domino effect, everything goes to crap all at the same time. That's great. I love that. This film, so what happens in Lost World, which is Jurassic Park 2, I'll run through that. So InGen, whoever like bought the rights to the dinosaurs and their genetic makeup and all that nonsense right after Jurassic Park, the first film, is sending out just groups and groups of people to Site B, which is, so there's two islands, Isla Nubla and Isla Sorna, I think is the other one. Nubla is where the first park always was, where Jurassic Park was, and then Sorna is where they would hatch and raise certain dinosaurs and then transport them to the other island. And so after the park went down in the first one, they had this whole other island of dinosaurs. And so what Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, is just a bunch of people going to this island. There's a small group going there as researchers. That's the main groups, like Vince Vaughn and Jeff Goldblum and whoever the female was. All there to watch dinosaurs and to learn about them and yada yada. And then there's another group that's there that's essentially a mercenary group like we see in this film, that are there to capture the dinosaurs and bring them back to InGen so they can make a new Jurassic Park in, I think, San Francisco or San Diego? Maybe San Diego. One of those. So it's almost the exact same plot as this film, except they're trying to weaponize the dinosaurs and sell them off to people rather than just make another park in this film. So knowing that and then watching this, I was just like, this is really boring and lame, and done.
Yeah, agreed. It was pretty bad.
Yes. And then once they got to once they were off of the island, I was checked out. Like, I just didn't really like anything that was going on.
Yeah. Like, I loved the island part. Like, it was great. I would have enjoyed an entire movie on that.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I agree.
It would have been, I mean, it still may have been a bit boring, like, after a while, but, I mean, it was like a complete dive right after the island.
Right. I concur. It was just made about this film was made out to be much more about the humans in it than the dinosaurs, I feel, and I think that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think anyone on the good side died.
No.
Or any random people either. Like, the people who the only people that really died, that took casualties, were the bad guys.
Yep.
In this, and I'm like, that's not a very normal trait for Jurassic Park movies. Usually there's at least a couple somewhat good guys that will take the fall.
Yeah.
I
really would have liked, and this is probably terrible, but at the point where they were trapped in that bunker, I think it would have been a lot more impactful had the nerd kid been grabbed up by the dinosaur that was just
absolutely
reaching for them, because he served no other purpose throughout the rest of the movie.
Absolutely was useless. That is super correct. He did nothing but what did he do? He tranquilized the doctor at the end, and that was really it.
Yeah, which could have been done by another character so easily. Like
anyone else. Yeah, it was weird.
But he was taken under the bad guys in the guise of a worker. And we don't see him until
that's right. He just disappears for a while, and he apparently goes through several different jobs. Just ends up as a vet tech, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Which I have a feeling the way that was written, I have a feeling that he may have been written off at the first part. But then they were no, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Write him back in.
So. Yeah. Yep.
Because that's how it felt to me, at least.
This film feels kind of written by committee.
Yeah.
We've got to put in a nerd guy, and we've got to put in I don't know, a cool chick. And I'm just like, well, either of them could have died.
Yeah.
And it would have been better. But nah. Also, weaponizing these dinosaurs was a dumb idea in the first film, and I think we pretty much hammered that point down already. Like, once we watched, because there was a guy in the first film who wanted to weaponize stuff and sell off the dinosaurs, and he got eaten by raptors. And I'm pretty sure that was like the point. Like, we were already made this point. It was like, this is a dumb idea. Look how dumb this is. He just got eaten by a dinosaur, and yet that's what this whole film is all. And I'm just like,
we learned nothing.
Why not just make another park? Like, I mean, if we've learned anything, it's just make a park and don't make a ridiculous predator that goes into the park, like the Indominus Rex.
Make herbivores.
Yes.
All herbivores. People will still marvel.
Still make money, yes. Like, I don't understand it.
If you must have a predator, like, keep them, like, isolated with more than just a few wires. Don't make more predatorial dinosaurs.
And don't make predators that can, like, disappear.
Yeah.
And,
don't make intelligent predators, like, period. They're gonna get out. That's what they do.
So dumb. Yeah. Have none of you seen Deep Blue Sea? It was a bad idea.
More than a few, electric wires, please.
Yeah. Anyways.
Electricity. Electric wires will keep anything in and won't escape forever.
Yep.
They're like little doggies.
Anyways, the other thing, so the raptor they make, the Indoraptor, they make this monster, this dinosaur that's like a fusion of the Indominus Rex and the raptors, and it's just like a more compact Indominus Rex that's smarter and has even more opposable thumb-like hands.
3 of them, it seems.
Yeah. And
3 fingers, rather, not 3 hands.
Right, yeah. And so I'm just like, So they make it, and then, like, when they're auctioning off stuff, they show it as a prototype, right? And they're showing off, look, it can
just rolling them out.
It can eat something that you point a laser at.
Wow.
Like, you can also shoot something you point a laser at. Why do you need a dinosaur? Like, what purpose does that serve?
The only thing that I could give that dinosaur above, like, a human attacking the other person is, like, it's bulletproof, apparently, with like regular bullets, because they shoot at it at one point, and the guy looks at his gun and, like, it's like defective or something. And it just eats him. But still, like, it that's the only thing I could really, like, say it has over another attacker. But even then, it's like you can create bigger bullets to pierce things.
Right. And I guess like it's sort of on the follows the idea of, like, unmanning the front lines, like how, like, we like to use more drones and
put
different
animals
things.
up in the front.
You're right. Yeah,
It's
just do that. Just put crazy dinosaurs in your armies, and everything will be fine. Get one guy with a laser pointer and just point the laser at the enemies. That's how war will go from now on.
And make a noise to make it really agitated to attack the thing that the laser's pointing at.
Yep. It's just the movie Rampage.
Ridiculous. Did they use the laser pointer and sound? Oh, they did use the sound thing.
They used some kind of sound thing, yeah.
To make
dumb.
Because, animals always go crazy whenever crazy music or sounds are played.
Yeah, it's
a common trope.
And of course we'd want a beacon to bring giant monsters straight to us.
Heck yeah.
Anyways, I just don't understand it. I don't understand. Weird.
And by this point, we've seen the Mr. Hammond's partner's granddaughter, who's like scampering around through the mansion.
Yes.
For some reason.
She is one of the only interesting things in this movie.
Agreed.
It's revealed through plot and stuff and movies things that this girl, who supposedly looks a lot like her mother, Lockwood's daughter, is in fact not Lockwood's granddaughter. That's daughter of his daughter, but a clone.
Oh my god! They're
and
doing
this is
clones on
apparently
humans.
yes, and so this is apparently the problem that got Hammond and Lockwood like into a fight, and when they ended up separating and not being a part of one another's lives anymore, was because Lockwood wanted to perfect this cloning, right? Push it, make sure that he wanted to be able to do it on humans, and Hammond was like, "Nah, bad.
That's
idea.
crossing the line."
Yes,
No,
I did this to make a whole lot of money, not to make more humans. So, yeah, and it's so interesting, I think, because again, like, why wouldn't this have come up in like, if we can make a big old friggin' dinosaur off of like a little bit of DNA that's been fossilized for thousands of years.
Yeah. And
why
I
would
feel,
we not be able to
and that's like
apply
another
the same
instance.
things?
Like this entire thing could have been another movie with a more interesting plot if they worked on it further.
Accurate. I feel like this film is a setup for the next one. Like, this film was just I'm sure they intended it to do well and be a good film, but it really just suffers from, hey, this is just necessary nonsense, or mostly unnecessary nonsense, but a couple of the plot threads in this are necessary to set up our third movie rather than, I don't know, putting it in the beginning of that movie. I don't know. But what I called, and I probably told you this, but I saw this and we saw the end of it, and I was just like, I bet you they're setting this up so that we can move into humanoid dinosaurs in this next film. I'm like, yes,
human dinosaur splicing.
Let's have another bit, just another trilogy of that,
which would
I
be
want
interesting.
That so hard.
Yeah,
yes,
the combination of human and dinosaur would be a fascinating subject to go toward from the Jurassic World area. But now they got to deal with all the dinosaurs.
Supposedly, there's like concept art and different things of that nature of things like that humanoid dinosaur splices for the original fourth film. Like what before that got taken off the shelf and then eventually picked back up as Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. I love Turok.
Yeah, that's
a great
that's
game.
a good idea. I mean, I wouldn't mind that storyline. Like, I wouldn't mind it progressing toward that.
Super cool.
It would be interesting to see what they do with anthropomorphic dinosaurs.
Yes. And so the other big thing about this, which you mentioned or alluded to, is that the dinosaurs eventually escape.
From this as
mansion.
They do.
As you would. Like, why just take a whole bunch of dinosaurs, crazy, really strong animals, and we're going to put them in my basement.
Intelligent creatures.
Okay.
And predators need to eat.
And so, yeah. They've all escaped, and now we have this new Jurassic World. Yep. Yeah, that's essentially Jurassic World. It's
It's a big mess. It really is.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
they had 2 movies in one, and both were mediocre because of it.
Absolutely. That is accurate. And the Indoraptor met his fate dealing with the other raptor. Because Blue, that's the other thing. Blue is now, like, we've never had a dinosaur really be a main character, except for kind of maybe the T-Rex, but not really.
T-Rex always
the
pops
T-Rex,
up too. Strange, it just, and he roars. It's like, okay, guys, come on.
Yeah.
Enough.
And the T-Rex just pops up to say, hey, you're in danger.
I'm a Deus Ex Machina
This is a
thing.
dangerous movie. Right. And this, like,
Yeah, that's accurate.
It's like, why is...
Okay. Well, at one point in the movie, Blue gets shot by the army people, and they have to do a blood transfusion with the T-Rex. Which is a pretty good, like, scene.
I actually like that too, and that T-Rex is all like an animatronic. Like, they built a T-Rex, which is super freaking cool.
And it looked really nice, and like the whole
did.
scene was great, like having to save Blue and transfuse the blood. They made a really big deal about this, like to save Blue, like specifically the Tyrannosaurus Rex blood. And then near the end, the paleontologist lady was like, well, they wanted to clone Blue or like get Blue's DNA, which was pure raptor, blah blah blah, and that veterinarian girl was like, nah, we muddled it with T-Rex blood, and the scientist guy was like, what? And that's all they said about it. Like, why didn't they spend more time on that? Like, they built it up so much. That would have been a great, like, thing to focus on during that whole, like, last part, I think. But no, it was just a mention, and that's it. No. And then he gets tranked.
Yes.
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
like, I would have loved for them to, like, freak out a little bit more about that, because, you know, that was their entire reason for going to that island. There would have been a bit more emotion, I think, coming out of that. Yeah. To having,
and they wanted Blue for like a couple of reasons. Like, they wanted the blood, but they also wanted her to be like a mother figure for the new Indoraptor.
Yeah. They wanted to further the human interaction with the new predator dinosaur. Right. Because the Indoraptor in this film was just a prototype. They wanted to make another one that would be a little bit more chill. And then the Russian guy was like, $20 million.
Yes. And they're like, I guess we could sell a prototype that doesn't.
And the scientist guy is like, what are you doing? He's like, I mean, it's a prototype. It can make more.
So like, dumb.
Jesus Christ.
And that's use that to establish your base price when you get a real good one.
Yeah, to be fair, that's not a lot of money, like, in this day and age. Like, also, I mean, it is to most, like, a lot of people, but, like, in the sense of, like, big corporation, that's not a lot of money.
Right. And just, like, also, you're selling all these dinosaurs as weapons? Because some of them are. Like, just sell them to zoos.
It's a living, breathing tank.
It's like, it doesn't mean it's going to follow your instructions.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any guns.
Or be a tank at all for you.
Yes. Just.
It's an animal.
Sell it to zoos.
Whatever. Jurassic Park. Jurassic World.
Whatever, indeed.
Questionable decision.
Is whatever. Also, the after credit sequence is entirely useless.
Which could have been added, like, before the credits.
Because at the end, like, the last few sequences are just us seeing dinosaurs in strange places. And then, after the credits, like, hey guys, here's another couple dinosaurs in a strange place. Thanks.
But it is in, like, Las Vegas or something, so maybe it'll take place, like, in Las Vegas.
But it was the pteranodons, which have been out, gotten out,
which wouldn't have been contained either way, like, ever.
The third movie,
in any sort of situation.
Been out for
but they're birds now, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. Occasionally they just swoop down and grab someone off the strip.
Yeah, whatever.
Just eat them.
As you do as a dinosaur.
Yeah. Anyway, this movie's lame.
Yeah.
It does not require your money if you haven't seen it.
I would have been completely fine had the dinosaurs died in, like, the gas leak too.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, that's a good closure, you know. But then the girl's like, I am a clone, and then pushes the button. Like, please, little girl, you just doomed the world to go back into, like, freaking, like, Paleozoic era.
Plus, you just learned about this about yourself. It's for you to have this much composure and understanding. I just don't buy that.
Yeah, no, it's super weird and super weak to doom the world with such a weird situation. And even then, it's like, you might be a clone, but you're not a dinosaur clone, my dear.
Absolutely, yep, that's true.
There's different words for these things. Weird. I don't know. Yeah. It was alright. I mean, it was alright film. It just wasn't good.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't.
I don't think it was terrible. Because it looked really nice, and there were a few tense scenes, like the whole new predator dinosaur, like, creeping in on the girl.
Yeah.
Like, in her room. Like, with the whole, like, hand coming down the door. Like, about to unlock the door from above. I thought that was pretty unnerving. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's gonna give some kids some nightmares.
Yep, definitely so.
But yeah,
I think I prefer. I still prefer the Lost Worlds segment of having a T-Rex loose in San Diego, wherever the heck it was. Do you remember that bit? Have you seen that bit?
I don't remember it
so
at
freaking
all.
good. So great. There's like the T-Rex gets loose and just wanders about the city, and there's a scene where there's a kid like in his bedroom. He's got an aquarium, and like, you know, the typical like when the dinosaur is stomping around, if you see water around, it'll be like shaking.
Yeah, the ripple effect thing.
Yeah, you get that. You see the dog outside barking, and then you cut to like the kid inside, and he like opens the blinds, and he sees the T-Rex in his backyard with the dog's chain hanging out of his mouth.
I think I remember that scene now that you describe it. I think I do.
I was like, yes, this is what we need. That was great.
I definitely think I remember that.
There's a chase scene on the highway with the T-Rex and the car. Like, it's good, man. That sequence in that film is really good.
Sounds so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it does, but it's good, and it was the appropriate amount. Like, most of that movie was on the island, and then there was like just 10 minutes of this T-Rex running around the city. It was just good. It was good. It was well paced.
Yeah,
I think. Anywho's, yeah. Don't worry about this film, guys.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, watch it if you like Jurassic things and dinosaurs, but otherwise it's
watch
nothing
it if you
special.
want to see some dinosaurs. And if you want to see some sniveling, evil corporate guys get eaten by dinosaurs. Yeah. But yeah, with that, I think we should move on to what you should actually be nerding out to this week. Oh, wait. What do you got for us, Eddy? What have you been nerding out to?
I started Luke Cage. Second season. It's pretty good so far.
Yeah. Okay. How far are you into it?
Only the second episode.
Cool beans.
Finished Westworld season 2, which was also super weird and confusing unnecessarily. Like, it was so weird. Like, I don't understand why, like, a lot of shows nowadays do the whole, like, disjointed timeline scenes. Like, oh, it's gonna this is a scene from the future, this is a scene from the past, what happened in between, I don't know, this happens a little bit after the future scene. Like, stop. Just do it in chronological order. It's fine. But no, they wanted to like jump around all over the place for some reason.
It creates more mystery, Eddy.
No,
Come on.
It really doesn't.
It makes it so that you keep watching. Or get annoyed. One of the two.
Like, it's a good series, but that season finale was one of the weakest I've ever seen. Which is pretty
sweet.
Sad. Still recommend it, though. It's a pretty good watch. First season is a lot better than the second season, but like the middle of the second season is the high point. Like, it just goes downhill from there. Because
gotcha.
The second season deals with like an alternate storyline of the original season, and like, do you know the story behind Westworld?
Kind of. I've only seen like the first 4 episodes.
Maybe. Well, yeah, it's basically like a theme park with like androids and stuff. Like,
it's Jurassic Park with Western, with like cowboys,
and like the guests are basically godlike beings that can not be hurt, but they can hurt the androids and stuff.
Right.
Like in the first season, it's a Western world. Like, you can be an outlaw and shoot bad guys or good guys if you want to go that way.
Right.
But in season 2, like, they introduced Shogun World, so it's like
samurai
shoguns and samurai, and like fighting together, and like geisha. Like, at one point, like, there's the main character, or one of the main characters is trying to save the geisha's daughter, who gets kidnapped by the Mongols, or the not the Mongols, the Yakuza.
Gotcha.
And it's really good. It's so good. Like, it's a great a few episodes dealing with this story, and then it's weird after that. Like it seems like that was the top point, and then it all falls apart.
Yeah.
But it was good. I liked it. Definitely recommend watching it either way.
Cool.
But other than that, been playing the crap out of World of Warcraft because I'm addicted again. Been playing it for the past month though, so that's fun.
Excellent.
But that's about it from me. What about you, Ethan? What have you been nerding out to, Mr. Moving Everywhere?
So I played Pokemon Go all this week.
Oh yeah.
That was fine. I played Pokemon Go at the San Diego Zoo. Pretty interesting.
Well, there are lots of Pokestops and stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of stops. It was pretty neat.
Gyms.
It was a good time. I don't know if there were a lot of gyms actually in the zoo. I think there might have been one, maybe two. But the zoo itself is in part of an area with a bunch of museums and things, and there seemed to be a lot of the museums seem to be gyms.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's cool. I caught a Cyndaquil. That was the highlight of my week.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon Go a little bit too, so we'll have to exchange friend codes.
Funsies. Yeah. As soon as I can do that. Do I have to be a level for that? I think I have to be a level.
You have to be 10.
Okay. Oh, then I should be there. I'm at 14 now. Splendid. What a bunch of nerds we are. But yeah, and the third generation is out, which I did not know before getting back on.
They're about to release the 4th gen, like in a few months.
What?
Probably. Like they just released the Lowland forms, which is really weird.
Yeah, I've been getting those.
In the generation timeline, but
yes, that's true.
The 4th gen should be around December-ish, like around Christmas time. Cool. That's how it's been for the past 2 gens.
Neato.
In the December to February area, the winters of the world, of the U.S. at least,
of the northern hemisphere.
Western hemisphere.
No, it'd be northern, right? Yeah,
northwestern. That's fine. So,
anyways,
I know my geography.
Okay. Other than that, I have watched a couple more episodes of Voltron.
Oh yeah, have you finished the latest season?
I have not finished the latest season. No. I've just been watching more seasons, more episodes of it. It's not like I could talk about it with anyone on their show anyway.
Get Scott back on. He watched it.
I guess. Yeah, but there's another freaking filler episode.
Ew.
And I was like, come on.
Filler.
What are you filling? What's the purpose here? However, I watched the whole episode because it's an episode basically about D&D. They play like a space version of D&D. With a really nice table with holograms and stuff like that, and there's a couple moments where the animation of the show just cuts to like it also kind of talks about like RPGs, like video game RPGs. So like it's a couple moments where it cuts to like animation of them moving around as if it was a top-down like Zelda RPG, and he starts like breaking jars, like vases, to try and find money. And there's another portion of it where they're attacking or someone's attacking, and the screen essentially just looks like what it would look like, I think, in like World of Warcraft or other MMORPGs, where you just got like a row of abilities at the bottom or different hotkeys, and then like another set of abilities on the top right, and various things like that, like your HP and all that nonsense. It was interesting. It was an interesting episode to say the least. But I'd rather you just move forward with the story, because the episode before that drops this ridiculous bomb, and there's like this weird time skip, and it's so interesting and strange, and like a really weird thing to do. And then we move into this episode of them playing a game, and I'm like, why?
You gotta know what happens to him during the time skip.
Nothing. Well, the time skip was like a montage. Like they just did this montage of time, and then they were like, oh well, it's been such and such years. I don't want to spoil much, but like it's just I was like, what? Why? What? Okay. We couldn't have spent a little more time exploring what was going on. Nope, we had to dedicate a whole episode to them playing.
They were all
D&D.
playing D&D during that entire time. It was one game.
Yeah, it's just weird. But it looks like the next episode is going to get back on track, so fine. Yeah, it was strange. Anyway. But yeah. That's, I think that's mostly what I've been doing. I know there's a new episode, or not episode, there's a new volume of My Hero Academia out that I haven't gotten to just yet.
Oh yeah, that ended too. So did Food Wars. Super sad.
Yeah, what a tragedy.
Yeah.
I guess we should talk about.
What you think.
It's fine though. I'm sad for you. I know what it's like to have a show you like end. I assume there's more seasons coming, right?
Yeah. The thing is, like with this season, they stopped right in the middle of a very big like competition between.
That sucks.
The two rivaling positions is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It does suck when when a season of something ends on a cliffhanger or like doesn't give you a complete story. That is lame. I'm sorry, my friend. I hope you will recover. How frequently I assume you're just watching the anime, not reading the manga?
No, I don't follow the manga. It's pretty frequent. I think the last season was like at the start of the year. I think they go for a season, then they take a break for the next season, and then they go for another season.
Cool.
So we should see something again around maybe springtime.
Fun junk.
But,
we should probably do an episode on My Hero now that the anime's ended or the season's out.
Yeah, season 2
we'll do that.
Or 3 rather.
3. Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be fun. Talk to you about a bunch of stuff that I haven't really gotten to talk with anyone about. Cool. So I guess we'll do that. Look forward to that, listeners.
Oh crap! I forgot to mention also JoJo Part 5 has finally been confirmed. To be getting an anime. Yeah, Part 5 hadn't been confirmed for like 2 years. I think. When did JoJo Part 4 come out? Let me check real quick.
Does confirmed simply mean like they announced that they're going to start working on it, or have they already started?
Ooh, that was thunder. Yeah, it's been 2 years, so no, it's actually coming out in October.
Oh, sweet!
So it's very, very close. It's been in production for a while. They just never said anything about it.
Stranger Things 3 comes out in October, doesn't it? Is that what they're doing? I think they're dropping it in October, right?
I don't know.
That should be a good time. I mean, hopefully it doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't. Depends on the actors that they get for the main characters, I think.
Yeah. Since
they're grown up a little bit now.
Truth. What the only other thing, I guess, I've been expanding my DS Pokemon library. I now have 3 Pokemon games that I have not played yet, and I've just been trying to get
they're all the same, Ethan.
Better at Pearl. Look here. They are definitely not the same.
They are practically the same.
Pearl is a bad game.
Ugh.
And I'm expecting the ones after that to be better. Plus, I hear Moon is very different. Sun and Moon.
It's alright. I mean, yeah. I still found it pretty boring, to be honest. But I've played every
Eddie.
generation, Ethan. You can't come to me and say that I'm wrong about something that you don't know about.
Your opinion is fine. Why do you keep playing them though if you find them boring?
I don't find them. I mean, I did stop. I didn't finish Moon.
Gotcha. Okay.
I stopped I didn't even get halfway, and I was like, meh. It's all the same. They're all the same games. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong.
Did some kind of game-breaking story for it, as opposed to there's a team trying to ruin the world with the control of Pokemon, then I would be into it.
I've always felt like the pull of those games is just go catch some freaking Pokemon and be a Pokemon master.
Sure.
So I don't know if they need
there's
story.
What, 800 Pokemon now? How many Pokemon are there? How many Pokemon are there?
In
Let's
fact,
see.
I think I often find this
802.
802. I think I often find the story just kind of useless
Yeah.
and annoying.
Yeah. I mean, it's not very.
I would rather
Enjoyable.
an approach like Breath of the Wild, where I can go wherever I feel like going and
Yeah.
do whatever I feel like doing. And if I get my butt handed to me by someone who's really strong, then I'll just have to come back later. You know what I mean? Like,
Train harder.
I don't, yeah. Rather than having to chase around some group or have some weird reason why I can't go into some place or continue on this path or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they're gonna do something like that with Gen 8. So
Let's hope.
since Breath of the Wild got such a raving reviews. all
Yeah,
over the
since it
place,
did
they'll
so
be like,
well, yeah.
Huh, maybe we should carry this formula elsewhere. Huh.
Yep, mayhaps.
Since it's on the Switch, they have room to create an entire world.
Mm-hmm. They do, and
Do
I
it,
hope they
Nintendo.
do. I hope they knock it out of the park. I hope it's fantastic. Oh, have you played tennis yet?
No, I've seen people play it, but I haven't played it myself. It was very
Interested at
nice.
all?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I played the Nintendo 64 version all the time.
Right.
Like that
Right.
was one of my jams, and it's very reminiscent of it. So, like
Okay.
even people
I'm
have said
interested
it's very
to see
reminiscent.
how you feel about it. I've heard some people review it and they really didn't like it.
Where what?
I heard some people review it and not like it really at all.
Yeah.
Um,
You know,
but so I'll be interested
let's see.
to see what you have to say.
I might wait till it like gets on discount or something.
What?
I might wait till it goes on discount or something.
Oh yeah, no worries. Not a bad plan.
Steam sales going on right now too. I bought 2 games already.
Yeah.
I bought
Steam summer sale.
Yeah, I bought Ori and the Blind Forest because I've heard so many people praising that game.
Marvelous.
And the HD version of Final Fantasy X and X2
Oh.
because one of
Looky
my
there.
friends wanted me to play it.
Yeah, me. I want you to play it.
2 of my friends wanted me to play it recently.
You've never played them?
I've never
That's-
played X or
Oh.
X2.
I'm so excited for you.
And 15 is 50% off right now, so I'm kind of eyeing that.
Go for it, Eddie. Live my dream. Play all those games.
And
That's cool.
looks really good.
Sweet. But yeah, no, let me know when you start playing 10, because
Will do.
I'm so happy for you. Cool. Well, I think that's really about it for the show this week. Don't worry about Jurassic World. Let us know if you felt differently, if you felt it was better than we gave it credit for being. I don't think it is.
And even if you did, you're wrong. Sorry.
Yes. Let us know that. Let us know what you're nerding out to this week. You can tweet at us on the tweeters at TNYKPod. You can find us on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. You can find the pod on iTunes and Google Play or Google Podcasts, because they launched a new app for that, and it's on there. So Podbean, Castbox, Stitcher Radio, all that nonsense, you will find us. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. Give us a review if you can on iTunes. That would be super great. Or like or comment or subscribe on whatever platform you listen to. We would really appreciate that. And let a friend know about us if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much for listening. We very much appreciate it. And yeah, that's about it. My name's Ethan.
I'm Eddie.
And we are those nerds you know. Bye.